Okay, let me know in the chat whether you can hear me or not, please. If anybody's joined us, nobody's joined us yet. Nobody's joined. Let's just wait until people come into the room. Right, I'm going to keep trading regardless. We've got a really nice, this wick here is a real good sign. We've got that TL, we've got that SR right up in there. This did hold. This, let me just hold on, I'm getting some messages. Heath, I can hear you, very good. Jeff is in, thanks Jeff. Alright, everyone can see the screen alright. Hopefully the delay's not that bad, and there's no echo today. Is there no echo? Gents, I'm hoping there's no echo. Just give me a sign that there's no echo. Okay, so let me just go over my take on what's going on. Where are we? We're 20 to 5, which is 20 minutes before open. Beautiful, thanks Heath. What I'm going to quickly talk about now is I'm going to do my take on the DAX, and then I'm going to go across onto what I did today during the day on the Asian Open. Okay, so anyway, so my take still holds from yesterday. This wick here and this bearish engulfing candle is too much for me, right? I'm bearish on this. We're at 16.2. It's come straight off that level. You know, it still looks short to me. Okay, so just be aware that, you know, all of these longs that have just, you know, we've had to push down on the 4 hour, push back up on the 4 hour as well. So it's down then up. Like, that's a V-shaped reversal. So we've got to be careful of that. But we're kind of, you know, at fair value. We're still holding all of this in here now. Okay, but this rejection after the GB inflation yesterday, that was the run up, and then it got written straight back off. So I can't see why we can't get back to have a look at the 16 mark, 16,000 mark. And we've had a little bit we've had a couple of really good runs in the last week and couple of weeks. So let's just play it careful, because look at this, it's all just going sideways. Okay, so let me just pause there. Let me go over to the Euro USD that I was having a muck around with today. Okay, so just on a quick note, I'll do a proper strategy session on this another time, so because it needs a full video to go with it. Is that we take the close and the open of the Hong Kong sessions, okay, and that acts as support and resistance, okay. And we had today, this was the close. The open was obviously somewhere around here. Let me just find the open for you. The open was actually, there's the open here. Hang on, let me find it. It's 11:15 in the morning is the open, so somewhere around there. So there is actually quite a reasonably large gap. But the yesterday's gap, or the yesterday's close, was the touching point of this run up, and I went short up in here, okay? I missed on this long, okay, because I just wasn't here, I wasn't available, okay? But this short was the one that was the key in this play during the Asian session. So for anybody who wants to hear my Asian session strategy, not to say that it's mine, I've got to be very careful about saying whose it is. It is a combination of a whole bunch of things, bits and pieces of information that I've heard off other people and other traders, and I'm trying kind of combining it into simplifying it into a strategy of my own. Now, it's early days, but I will let you know how it goes and how it pans out. But it looks like this thing has got some merit to it, and I will complete my testing on it before we go and start doing anything else. Okay, so I don't recommend anybody trade it at this point in time. The screen is blurry for you, mate, because your internet is slow. Okay, Ali, if you want to talk to me, go to the chat on YouTube and use the chat on YouTube. Okay, mate? Okay, anybody who wants to chat to me, don't chat through Discord, chat through YouTube, so that I can see you, because I'm not actually watching YouTube. There's too many screens open for me at this point in time. Okay, all right, so that's that. I'll come back to this and I'll do a proper video on it, and I'll give you all the results that I get on it at another time, so that if you ever do become available and quit your job or whatever it might be, that this is an actual Asian day trading session for us. Okay, all right, next. Alrighty, let's go back to DAX, because that's what we're trading. It is dropping away. This is good. We're under this. Okay, so here's this I've put on here from the US inflation numbers, which was quite spiky from last week. I put on an anchored VWAP. It's now broken that as well. So love to see a retest of it, in which it looks like this is the retest of it in here. Okay, so there's yesterday's. So I might just leave that there, because that was quite spiky in there as well. So I just need to put the anchored VWAP at 4 o'clock today. There's the 4 p.m. Let me just try and find it. Just hold. 4 p.m. There's 4 p.m. anchored. Okay, so we're dealing with all of this. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a run into 16,000 on open, but let's see what happens. Okay, guys? Okay, so there's only really a delay of about 2 or 3 seconds from what I can see. So hopefully you can kind of adjust yourself for that. Alrighty. Has anybody got any questions so far? How many people have I got in here? I've got 3 people going at this point in time. Okay, let's see what other analysis that we can pull off here. And it's kind of annoying. Sometimes you get like this, it's starting to move quite aggressively pre-market, like it has, and it's what you don't want. What's caught me many times, if you start selling there right on open, and then it just goes and bashes you around a little bit. Okay, my thing is always try and sell, if on this, in this case where we're selling, sell back at the VWAP, back at the massive confluence areas. But it's very frustrating to see this thing just go and have a big run and you're not in it, right? But there's plenty of times where you go, oh, okay, it's going to pop. It pops a little bit on open. You get in short, thinking that it's going to keep running, and then it just turns around and stops you out. So you've got to be very careful about that stuff. All right. Still 13 minutes to go, so I'm just going to just wait. All right. Patient and wait. Right. So who we got in here? Pete, can you hear me now, man? Did he went bounce? I see you. Oh, really? That's good. Can you post the image up on Discord? I'd say this is all from last night. Yeah, because last night, where we got? We got 4 minutes to go. I took this one out. You might have seen it. Came in about here somewhere. Took that out. Basically to the tick, mate. I was lucky. I would have got it anyway. I took this one as well. I came in again there. Took that out, but I took it out up here on this side. That was after I got a loss. Came in too early. I came in there, but I had the stop was way too tight, so I took that 6.1 loss, 6 loss, and then I got a win there at 30. I think it ended up being 31 points, and this one was about the same 30-point mark. Alright, so this thing is starting to run to the downside, which is not a surprise. It's not a surprise. That pre-market entry over here would have been nice. That's not what we're about at this point in time. Okay, just also be aware that on this 15-minute chart, and I did say this before with some of the other guys earlier, for all the guys that had just come in, I've left on this anchored VWAP from the US inflation numbers. We got 1, 2, 3 touch, 4 touch, kind of 4, 5, kind of up and underneath, still respecting it a little bit. So now it's just busted through it. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to get this, like I said, a run toward 16k. But let's just let this thing open up first to see where we stand, yeah? What's this? Oh, you wanted me to put it onto the other screen. Sorry, guys. Sorry, I'm still newbie at this stuff. Is that better? Is that better? Hopefully. Too much going on for me to... Okay, yep, better, good. Yeah, if it spikes into VWAP, mate, that's what we want to do all the time, right? We want to do that all the time. Just hold on one sec, guys. My wife just turned up. Right. Alrighty. Here we go. 59, 24 seconds to go. Yeah, here come. Could be an FT50 here for you, Pete. It's not out of the question. FT50 is back here. which is around about where this VWAP is as well. So might come and have a look at the underside of the VWAP, which is the anchored VWAP from US inflation. Should change the colours of these. Turn that one back to blue. There we go. It really wants to go, doesn't it? Alright, don't get bamboozled. Don't get FOMO, alright? Alright, here we go, coming back up. Not a bad idea to start selling it. Back up in here. I think there was a few people in there before everybody else. Anyway, let it do its shakeout. Don't get trigger happy, alright? Just be calm. Yeah, how's that delay between the MT4 and TradingView? It's massive, isn't it? Alright, here we go. Here comes the run. Maybe. Pop, pop. So 60 points. The whole thing. Let's have a look at the whole thing. Into there. That's 100 odd points into 16,000. Not unusual. From open into 16,000 is 70 points, which is common, and the 16,000 mark is below this low in here, so but it's definitely not below this low. Okay, so that's the last low. So, and that there is a wider leg divergence in there, this one. Yeah. So just let you all know that I'm already short. But we've got to get this shakeout going, all right? It is Thursday. Any questions so far? Okay. No such thing as not ridiculous in the market, is there? It's always ridiculous. Oh, you're talking about the delay? Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? Am I in? Am I in? You didn't hear me before. I'm already short. I'm short. Already short. short. Short from back up here. May get stopped. That's what I'm looking at. Go guys. This looks like I might get stopped on it. Just hold on one sec guys. Still buying pressure in here guys. Still buying pressure. You can see that. We would like to have seen, I mean, there's this, you know, if we were woulda, coulda, shoulda, you know, blah blah blah, whatever, right? But there's your sell signal right there, right? But let's wait until this thing shakes out. Yeah, I'm gonna get stopped. If anybody's got some Cahoons, right, that's another sell in there. Six-point stop, not stopped yet. Not stopped yet. So that's not a bad, that wasn't a bad sell point. Did anybody take that short? Be careful because that's a V now, but it's still only 1 minute. We're still shaking out. Just need all those longs to get absolutely gobbled. So if that now breaks this, right, we're on for a run to the downside. But it's a lot of pressure to try and break that low there. Anyone go short on that? Where I just said. Because you've got the DVWAP, you've got the 50 MA, so that's your FT50 there, Pete. Right? That's where a lot of sellers sat in there. Wouldn't mind coming back down, at least seeing on this 4-hour chart this 200 period moving average. It would be nice to see that, because we have broken this. See this last fractal in here on the 4-hour chart? I'm pointing it to it now. Okay, there's a last fractal in there. That last fractal now is you know, it's been broken, which means it's a short. Yeah, there's a V there. No, it didn't. Your reason was the V? Okay, well the V's only on the 1 minute chart, and I've said this in the last 3-4 days, is that this is the shakeout, right? So just be aware of that. Are you catching yourself at the moment, Pete, that you're trying to you're still trying to find all the reasons why not to do it. Okay. That could now be a double bottom. Let's just see what happens. 5-minute chart just looks like noise, opening noise. I mean, because if you did take that short, you know, and you would look FT50 back into, you know, the bottom there, that's still 20 points. You know, remember the 15-point rule that I said? So that could be it. I'm just going to get rid of this, okay, guys? Because it's in my way. I have to keep nice, clean charts. So let me just put on my trade back on. It's somewhere around about here. Whoops, sorry. I'm still in it. Likely to get stopped, but I'm still in it. And my stop's there about 7 points. 7 or 8 point stop. Just hold on one sec, guys. Alright, sorry guys. Just a technique that I witnessed a trader do a few years back was to, on this type of stuff, while you're looking for the building of positions, like we're going to assume there's going to be short positions built up, so then it breaks at some point. It looks like obviously there's a lot of support in there, but to every time it comes back up, they keep selling it, so you can build a little bit of I guess what they call, a bit of payment to yourself before it actually goes for the run. Yeah. So every time it came back up, they'd put a little bit more on, come down, they'd take it off while holding their original position. Okay. So they've gone in short. Every time it goes down, they up here, they'd sell it, and then they'd sell it just to, put money in the bank. Just in case the original position didn't follow through. Just an idea, okay? But I guess you've got to be really confident with what you're doing in situations like that. But that will ruin your system R multiple as well. Looks like the buyers are starting to get into control. Okay, so can I just get rid of this? I'll just get rid of this because it's in my way. Buyers are starting to get into control. All right, so we've got up, and it's really not riding off again. Okay, so just be aware that some of the buyers might be controlling this now. But anything can happen. $15-minute chart looks like it's going to be a doji. Doji's closing in 3 seconds. Look at that doji. So that's interesting. Be aware of it. That's a double bottom on a 1 minute chart. I'm not going to do anything on the upside until there's a break of the VWAPs. On the 4 hour chart, we're still short. Still short 4 hour. It's long term though, guys. Long term. Buyers are starting to be in more control now. Wow, poppage. There we go. Just be careful now, guys. That is a double bottom. We're coming up to the underside of all of this and the daily VWAP. Looks pretty strong on the upside though. Talked yourself out of a trade yet again, did you? It's because, do you know why? Because you're still on real money. Go back to demo. This is going to be tough trading, I reckon. Today's not going to be easy. Okay, so for all the newbies, I just want to put in the rule for double bottom. So we're on the underside of a lot of these MAs. So we're right in the middle of fair value. Okay, so I stopped on that position, by the way, for everybody who wants to know. It's a 10 point. Whoops, I might do that. So I pointed that out before. Tommy's short footsie. Let's have a look at the footsie. He's short footsie? Yikes. He's sold short footsie. Okay. I probably would not have done that anyway. I am currently sitting on my hands doing nothing. I'm not going to do a thing. We are, if we let's go to 5, you see all of this under here, so it might have come up. No. That is hovering around that daily VWAP level. Who else is with us? We've got 8 people watching what we're doing at this point in time, Pete. So I keep forgetting to read the messages. And I don't know who they are. That's the... it doesn't give it. Can everybody just put in a chat who you, like, just say hi so I can see who you are? Yeah, nobody else knows about what we're doing, mate. So it's quite, even though I'm going in a public place, it's pretty quiet. It's pretty not public. Okay, Shannon's in. Eddie's here as well. So all the same guys from yesterday. Yeah, that's nice. So it has come off this DVWAP. So I made a record-breaking negative $130 so far, so not a biggie deal. I'm holding steady so far. Who else is actually trading, either demo or live, or who's watching just for entertainment purposes? G'day Ash. Great. Pete, you got 15 points. Great. Excellent. This looks like it may continue short now. Doesn't go backwards, it goes forwards. Right, let's hope this thing starts giving it a bit of a run. Hugard stopped out for 0 on FTSE. That's a 618 right there of that up leg. Any questions? Okay, so Shannon, you're on demo, trading gold and GJ. Okay, beautiful. So Tommy just gone short on DAX. Bit of big, somebody came in large there. See that thing flick around? Okay, it just flicked really hard. So you had a big whale come in on that. We've got to get past this 786 and these lows in here for it to break, right? So fingers crossed that this thing does keep going. If you are short, protect yourself. Guys, I'm going to just put the camera on hold, the hold screen, because I'm just going to run off for 1 second, okay? Alright, gents. So that pops straight back up. Clearly the end of it. So that this double bottom is holding. I wonder if you can, yeah. Alright, so this is a bullish engulfing to the upside, guys. Break of the daily VWAP. Okay, so potentially you're gonna either buy now or buy on this candle here, which was not a bad idea because you've got the cross of the VWAP, or buy on the pullback into the VWAP. Right, so that's a buy signal. Let's see what happens because this thing may just go sideways all day and just really annoy the crap out of us all. Okay. Can somebody, Pete, can you just tell Vu that we're all on YouTube if he wants to join us? Give me 1 sec, boys. Sorry guys, hang on, just give me a sec. Sorry, I haven't. What are you doing? When I get a chance, do you want me to look at your trades from yesterday? Yeah, we want a bigger break on this VWAP, right? Yeah, we want this thing to start running. I'm not sure by the looks of things right now, that we're not in for a big running session either side. Just not feeling it. Not getting any indication either side that we're going to get what we want out of this today. You know, this is that number one level. Pete, you're going to have to, in Discord, let me have a look. Give me a sec. These are the ones that okay, so these are it. These are your trades. Okay, so yeah, VWAP, that's a good one. So NASDAQ, this, let me just go out a bit, up a bit here, and zoom in, so we can see it. So you took FT VWAP, that's great. Potentially hold it a bit longer. This was break below VWAP. You stopped probably a little bit too soon, but it just looks like it just hugged it. 23.30. Yeah, it wasn't really doing too much. What you're doing here, you were going for the run and you just didn't get it, unfortunately. Let me go back up. And this one here, this was Dow Jones, FT50. Yeah, that's one of those examples where, any of the losses would have been wiped off. So it comes back to that same story, Pete, that, you're playing the game fine. So that was anchored VWAP, FT anchored VWAP after the bullish. If you can see here, you've got this momentum in here. That's a great one to potentially hold on to it. Whereas this second one in here, we're all sideways, aren't we? We're already sideways. So you've got to weigh up, really go for the first touch after it's made that move that we're looking for, right? Okay, so you want to see buyers in there to keep going, to take the retrace on the long. Yep. Hopefully that makes sense to you. Yeah, correct. When the momentum is strong, hold on to it. When momentum is not strong, go for your 10-15 points. Okay, so like today, look at what are all the MAs doing today. Check out what the MAs are doing on the 15-minute chart. What are the MAs doing? I mean, this is the 4-hour chart, but what are the MAs doing on the 1 minute? Look at them. They're all just sideways, aren't they? There's no direction, is there? When we were on trading yesterday, MAs were all pointing upwards, okay, up, and then eventually down, okay. So what we want to do is we want to try and find where the momentum is. I guess you could argue with me, yeah, they were facing to the downside, and yeah, we had some couple of good downside moves in here, but they just look a little bit maybe a bit too sideways. My story where we're going to go to 16.16, doesn't look like it's really going to work. If it was going to do it was going to do it on open, but it really hasn't. There's a big battle between the longs and the shorts at this point in time, right? Spaghetti, mate. Exactly. What have we got? Nick's back on scene. So anybody take that retrace into the daily VWAP? Take it long. Huge battle going on right now. It's flicking around like you wouldn't believe, eh? So that's back at this 16,100 level as well, right? So 16,100 is back in town. So I'd love to see this 16.1 get busted and go for 16.40. That'd be nice. Look at that. Okay, so the AB equals CD. Here is A, B, C, D. This is the number one level. I didn't really see that before. I have now, I guess. So 16.1. Let's hopefully that gets broken. We keep running up to 16.20, 130 or 120 or 130. Potentially 140. 140 is not out of the question. But you can see that it just died off like yesterday afternoon. So coming into like the afternoon of US session, it just came into this block in here, didn't it? So we're really just trading this until 4 o'clock today. So from just after, about lunchtime yesterday to to 4 o'clock today, it's just in that block. So maybe we're going to try and come to this 120 level. Let's see whether we can get there. Yeah, if we can get to 120, I'll be happy. We're now coming into the 200 period on the 5 minute. Okay, so I went long, guys. I went long down in here. I had to sit in it for freaking forever. So I got my target back at 16 because this 1618. I don't want to go anywhere past that, so I'll come in here. Pretty much hitting target now. Everyone's going to take profit too. Yeah, today's, whatever. See how this the double bottom in here came straight off this 786? Look how close that is. Remember my 786 story? Okay, for anybody who's watching who has not watched that video, let me explain it to you again. A lot of traders, we got this coming down. Okay, like today, we open up, we get a double bottom. Okay, on this leg to the upside, it'll break the neckline. Okay, then it'll come, it can come to either the neckline there, come to the 50% or 618 level. But what's the best trade is when it comes to 786, okay, and then shoots back up, okay, because the reason is if let's hear you say you get in here on the break of the neckline, you've got to stop all the way down here and a target all the way potentially up there. Let me get rid of this one. All the way up here at you've got a 1.43, so 1:5, let's call it, okay? Let's call it 1:5. But if you come in at the 618 or the 786 even, okay, you've now got almost 6 to 7 to 1 on it, okay, which is way better trade, okay, because your risk to reward is right up there, okay. Right. So where was my trade from before? I was over here, came in late, somewhere here, looking for that. Yeah, I got it. So that was just under here. So that was a 2.66 to 1. So let me just get rid of that now. Okay, hopefully everybody understands that. You took the long, Eddie took the long, great. How many points did you take out of it? Still in it? And went short. Right, I'm not going to keep, I think today's just going to be a sideways day. But we're almost an hour into this session. How long have I been going for? 75 minutes. So I'm going to end the live stream soon, but I still will be around for the rest of the night. Hopefully everybody learned something. Six watching. Okay, so I'm going to get everybody to vote. Right, let me just go. Guys, I'm on Discord now. Everybody open up Discord. Okay, I'm going to put up a poll. Can everybody answer just Discord or YouTube? Which one do you want? Okay, thanks Danny. Discord, because you can talk to me. YouTube, fuck, this will be bad if it's like 50-50. Imagine that. Imagine if it's 50-50. Kill me. Okay, I love it, Nick. I said one answer only, and Nick gives me a friggin' novel. That's typical Nick. Still going long, guys. Okay. What? I've only got three. 1, 2, 3, 4 answers. 5 answers. Nick was 50-50 anyway. I don't think he ever watches me. So, and I've got 6, 7, 8 people. Alright. Right, it's 50-50. So, I don't know. Now I'm between a rock and a hard place. Not enough sample size in the data to make a definitive decision. Maybe that's the answer. All right. Ash and Eddie, I think they've both taken off. No worries, mate. Shannon. Who's Shannon? Do I know you? Do we know each other? Give me a bit of a clue as to who you are. We may have met. It's Danny. Is that you, Danny? Well, who's still now in this DAX on the long side? Oh, Danny equals Eddie. Okay. Okay, I get it. Got it. Thanks, mate. Because I guess I do prefer you guys talking back to me. So let me see if I can get these OBS. I mean, the screen looks good on YouTube. Because I can change, present to screen. If I can get that going on Discord, which I think I can do it. I'll have to discover whether I can do it or not. If I can do it, then we might just go straight back to Discord because, the methods that we use, it's, unless you know what we're talking about, I don't want 1,000 people in the room that don't know what I'm talking about. That's just going to annoy me, I think. You don't mind texting? I like putting in... You don't mind... so you don't need to talk, Pete? Is that what you're saying? No, Zoom. No, we don't do Zoom, mate. Zoom's old school. If I want to have a corporate meeting with my wife, I'll use Zoom. I'm not going to have need to do projection and I think I like the look of this OBS. Okay, I just like the look of it because it means you can have me in the corner, in this corner here, that corner there, this one. And you can also, I can change the screens, which is great. I like that. But I want to hear you guys as well. I want you all to get a microphone so we can all chat. Anybody still long DAX? Guys, who's long DAX still? I took mine out pretty much right up here. But I went from here to there, so let me just get that. I was in around about here somewhere. So yeah, it was around about the 20-point mark on that. So today has been pretty flat for me. There's no big runners. I'm sure I will get something later. But if we take this across, let me just take this across quickly. Yeah, so he's coming off that support, old resistance, now support level. Alright, so 6 o'clock, I'm going to end this now, okay? I'm still on. I'll talk to you when get in front of my computer at home. All right, give me 15 minutes, okay, guys. All right, I'm ending the stream now. Thanks.